Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And like I often do, I'm going to talk about the weather, but I'm going to talk about the two distinct seasons we've had here in North Carolina. In the wintertime, we had in the months of December, January, and February, we had over 20 inches of rain, the second wettest winter on record. And now in March, April, and May, at my house, we've had less than 5 inches of rain. So we've suddenly gone from extremely wet, swampy weather to being very dry, and here we are getting ready to go into the summer, and we're under moderate drought conditions. Well, the question would be, is this going to impact pest populations? And the answer to that is it already has. We're seeing southern chinch bugs in St. Augustine much earlier than normal. I'm seeing Bermuda grass and zoysia grass mites already causing problems. At the same time, it's really limited fire ant activity. It's really limited the flights and the egg laying of mole crickets, so their egg hatch is going to be delayed this year. And what I know will also happen, it will impact the performance of products. When you get really dry conditions, it's more difficult and challenging to control white grubs. It's more difficult to control mole crickets. The timing can certainly shift, and I do expect mole cricket egg hatch to be later this year. Fire ants are very difficult to control when it's dry because they're not as active and they're not foraging as much. So not only is it the transition that we've seen from winter to spring, where we went from really wet to really dry, it's just the impact that has on various pest populations, which this year I think is going to be significant. And it's also going to impact the performance of products. So be aware that there are unusually early insects in the case of mites and chinch bugs, and it'll probably delay a little bit the white grubs and the mole crickets, and it's going to make fire ants much more difficult to control. But that's what happens. The weather controls many of the pest problems we have, and we just need to stay tuned to that and know how it impacts them and how we need to adjust our programs. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.